knowing that there is only one, knowing that that one is all there is, knowing there is nothing outside of it. Today, I know this one as joy, as peace, as harmony, as love and more love. And knowing that that is the truth of the one, it has to be the truth of each and every one of us. Hearing my voice right now. Breathing into this presence, this magnificence. And knowing that all is blessed. I bless the service. I bless this. I even bless this storm. I bless all the people who came together to create this service this morning. And the blessings are everywhere. All the people who make Ahava what it is. All the people who contribute financially. All the people who show up and help and do the work. And I know that today is especially blessed. That all that our beloved minister, Reverend Rainbow, has to say will be just what each of us needs to hear. So I know that her words and her presence are completely blessed. And so it is with great joy and gratitude and ease that I now release this blessing. It is so, and so it is.
Daddy. And with our reading today, we have, here we go, David Hiles.
Hello, everyone. This reading is from The Science of Mind. I remember this chapter. I've read it several times. It's from the thing itself. It's number 1. We all look forward to the day when science and religion shall walk hand in hand through the visible to the invisible. Science knows nothing of opinion, but recognizes a government of law whose principles are universal. Yet any scientist who refuses to accept intangible values has no adequate basis for the values which they have already discovered. Revelation must keep faith with reason and religion with law, while intuition is ever spreading its wings for greater flights, and science must justify faith in the invisible. To suppose that the creative intelligence of the universe would create us in bondage and leave us bound would be to dishonor the creative power which we call God. To suppose that God would make us as individuals without leaving us to discover ourselves would be to suppose an impossibility. Individuality must be spontaneous. It can never be automatic. The seed of wisdom must be planted in the innermost being of humanity, but like the prodigal son, we must make the great discovery for ourselves. We see abundance in the universe. We cannot count the grains of sand on a single beach. The earth contains untold riches, and the very air is vibrant with power. Why then are we weak, poor, and afraid? The science of mind deals with these questions. The divine plan is one of freedom. Bondage is not God ordained. Freedom is the birthright of every living soul. All instinctively feel this. The truth points to freedom under law. Thus, the inherent nature of humanity is forever seeking to express itself in terms of freedom. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, David, for that reading from the first chapter of the Science of Mind textbook by Dr. Ernest Holmes, kicking off our new year back to basics. So now we're going to have a featured song by Mitch Barrett.
Is that right? Shady Grove? Shady Grove, my true love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlan. First time I seen Shady Grove, she was at my poppy store, standing around back with her old man. They couldn't come in the front door. Shady Grove, my true love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlan. Hair as black as the blackest crow, skin a coffee brown. I meet you where the pine trees grow after the southern sun goes down. Shady Grove, my true love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlan. I was able to take you to my mama's house, sit you at her table. Shady Grove, my true love. Shady Grove, my daisy. Shady Grove, my little love. You almost drive me crazy. God's on his side. He says I'll bring the wrath on me if I take you for my bride. I'll love stronger than all of his hate. Shady, put on your gown. His skin's white like a diamond shines, but his heart's black like the coal in the ground. Heart black like the coal in the ground. Shady Grove, my true love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlan. Shady Grove, my true love. Shady Grove, I say. Shady Grove, my little love. Wait till the judgment day.
Ooh, yes, yes, yes. We love our talented friend down in Berea and look forward to having him join us live in a couple months once we're out of the risk of weather time, so to speak. All right. So Happy New Year, everyone. It is 2025. as I say, 2025, time to thrive, or 2025, sakes alive, or 2025, whatever's your jive. Yes. And our tradition often in the Science of Mind, Centers for Spiritual Living centers, is to kick off the new year going what we call back to basics, looking at the first 4 chapters of the Science of Mind textbook, which is the basics of the teaching, the philosophy, the faith, the way of life, known as the Science of Mind, by Dr. Ernest Holmes. So we had that reading this morning by David. Thank you, David, for that, grounding us in some of these principles and essential teachings of Ernest Holmes. So I want to do things a little differently, but I'm going to do a little mini message, and then we're going to have an opportunity to do a little visioning and a little bit more connecting and practice a little bit more together of listening to and for that highest vision for our lives for 2025. But I want to start again with a few of these basic concepts of Science of Mind. So this first chapter is called The Thing Itself, and it refers to the thing being God, spirit, life, universal presence, the first cause, spiritual principle, as we say, back of all things. And knowing that this life, this energy, is the very essence of all life. As it was stated in the reading, the essence of this life, this principle, is abundance, is freedom, is love, is peace, is joy. And as we understand this to be the very essence and nature of life, we must then also know that it is the essence and nature of who we are. For we are one. There is one life, one principle moving in, as, and through all life. And so today's topic is God's nature is our nature, reminding us of this idea that the vastness of the universe also lives within us. For we are divine expression created from this one life, and that potential of creative energy also lives within us. And the power of that lies in our choice, our ability to choose what we focus our awareness and attention on. And so we use this time of year, the new year in our culture, is kind of a time for reset, right? Like we completed last week through our burning bowl ritual, letting go of those beliefs, patterns, habits, those thoughts, those ideas that we do not want to carry into this year. So we have stepped consciously into 2025 with that kind of clean slate, blank slate energy. And from here, we start with the awareness of what God is, I am. And from here, we can listen to that voice of spirit. We have the opportunity to turn within, to get quiet, to get still, and remember the truth of who we are. And for those of us in this winter weather area, I was thinking this morning how, usually this is the week that people are kind of getting back into the swing of things, going back to work. And now we have this storm coming in and it's just shutting everything down. And I was like, what a wonderful gift from nature to continue to slow down and have more time to reflect. to get still, to listen. When there are things that prevent us from kind of going through life with that default status quo pattern, we have that opportunity to get still, to listen, and to move more intentionally in our life. So that is what I am inviting us to do this day, to not just kick back into the busyness of life from default, but to move with intention, to take time to be still, to listen, to stare at the window, at the snow or the sunshine or whatever nature is providing you in your area of the world. And to reflect on the true being and nature of the universe and your life. And when you begin to remember the truth of who you are, that abundance and joy and peace and freedom is your birthright, from that place, we can begin to set intentions and goals and move with that divine guidance, letting love lead the way in all aspects of our life. So I want to read another little section here from this first chapter, The Thing Itself, from Dr. Holmes. This is the simple meaning of true metaphysical teaching, the study of life and the nature of the law, governed and directed by thought, always conscious that we live in a spiritual universe, that God is in, through, around, and for us. There is nothing supernatural about the study of life from the metaphysical viewpoint. That which today seems to us supernatural, after it is thoroughly understood, will be found spontaneously natural. I love that, right? He goes on to say, mind, the thing, spirit, causation, is beyond and yet not beyond our grasp. Beyond in that it is so big, within in that wherever we grasp at it, we are it to the extent that we grasp it. But since it is infinite, we can never encompass it. We shall never encompass God, and yet we shall always be in God and of God. Yes. So I'm going to pause there and pivot a bit and lead us in a little bit of a practice. So I invite you to just get comfortable. If you're not already, probably in your jammies still, or at least your sweatpants if you're on screen. Top up beauty, bottom down cozy. So take a moment to just relax, closing your eyes if that feels comfortable. And breathe. Breathing into this awareness of the one life that is wholeness, that is love, that is abundance, that is freedom. Aligning with the very energy and essence of these divine qualities of the universe. Breathing in the vibration and the energy of abundance. Asking for the vibrational awareness of freedom, of creativity, of love to be fully felt and embodied in your mind, body, spirit, soul, heart, right here, right now. Focusing on these qualities of truth, of life, of beauty, of wholeness. We ask that our heart and our mind become congruent, one in the very essence of the truth of life itself, knowing that this essence is who we are. And from this place of oneness, we ask for the highest vision for our lives for 2025 to be revealed. Listening to that inner voice, that presence of the one, our higher self, to speak to us in whatever ways we are open to receive. As we sit in this conscious awareness of the thing itself, living and moving and having its very being in, as, and through all life, we listen for that highest vision for our lives in 2025 to be revealed. Asking now, what qualities do we seek to embody more fully this year? What divine qualities are seeking to be known through us, experienced, felt, embodied this year? And what must we let go of in order to fully embody this highest vision for our life? What old ideas, habits, patterns, thoughts must we release and let go of in order for this vision to be realized? And as we release, we make space for the new. So we ask now, What must we embrace? What must I embrace, embody, be, do, or become in order for this highest vision for my life to be fulfilled? And remaining tuned in, tapped in, connected to this place of wholeness, of love, of abundance, of freedom and creativity. We ask, is there anything else to be known? Anything else for me to know at this time regarding the highest vision for my life in 2025? So grateful. So grateful for all that has been revealed and all that will continue to be revealed. So I know that this vision will continue to unfold throughout our day, our night, perhaps in our dreams, throughout the week, as we remain open to see the symbols, the insight, the hidden messages of truth, of our higher self speaking to us in ways that perhaps our busy conscious mind might not notice, but we are setting the intention this day to be present to listen, to be aware, and to remember that God's nature is our nature, that life, spirit lives within us, and therefore is always leading and guiding us to our highest yet to be. Yes, and so it is. So thank you for